Imagine there was a disease that kills hundreds of thousands of people each year, but it's completely preventable. Well, this is no hypothetical situation. Instead, obesity does kill hundreds of thousands of people each year, and it affects millions more, and it is completely preventable. Right now, 1 in 3 American adults are obese. Specifically at colleges and universities, 35% of students are overweight or obese, and there's a difference between overweight and obesity, and I'll get to that in a minute. So as I said, 35% of college students are obese. Obesity, when I say that, I'm not trying to fat shame students. I'm not saying you look bad and that's a horrible thing. Instead, obesity has many negative health consequences. Obesity increases the risk of heart disease, stroke, cancer, depression, suicidal thoughts, among many other things. So there's this idea that during the freshman year, freshmen gain 15 pounds during the freshman year. It's called the freshman 15. It's a myth that has been debunked. It's not true. The U.S. World News and Report says that on average, students gain between 2 to 5 pounds the freshman year. So that's way less. However, the Chicago Tribune came out with a report that says that students, on average, during their whole college careers, gain 10 pounds. Now, that is a hefty amount. And colleges don't make this easy. I mean, if you think about it, cafeterias do not have a lot of healthy options. And there's not a lot of healthy options on campus either. I mean, if you look at the University of Oklahoma, there aren't a lot of healthy options on campus, and even the cafeterias don't have a ton of healthy options. So universities do not make this easy, but ultimately, students do have the options if they wanted to eat healthy. So there's blame on both sides. In America in general, as I said, 1 in 3 American adults are obese right now, and 1 in 6 children are obese. Obesity is defined by having a BMI of 30 or plus. A BMI a little bit lower of 25 or plus is defined as being overweight, which is kind of like a less severe version of being obese. So how do you get to be obese? Well, you can get to be obese by many factors. Lack of sleep, unhealthy dieting, not exercising, genetics play a factor. There's several different factors that play into how one becomes obese. And there's one industry in America that thrives on obesity, and that's the fast food industry. The fast food industry wants more people to become obese because that means they make more money. So, for example, how do they do it? McDonald's has 3 different cup sizes for their soda. They have small, medium, and large, like many restaurants. On average, in one McDonald's small cup of soda, there is 16 ounces of sugar. In a medium cup, 21 ounces of sugar. In a large cup, there's 30 ounces of sugar. The daily recommended intake of sugar is 12 ounces. That means even the small cup has more than what you need for a whole day. The large cup has over twice the daily recommended intake. And fast food companies specifically target children in the future of America. They use playhouses, kids' meals, they have these figures like Burger King has the King, McDonald's has Ronald McDonald, there's commercials. They do specifically target children because strategically it makes sense. If you get a child hooked on fast food at a young age, they're more likely to continue to buy it throughout their entire life. And this statistic says that if children have a fast food restaurant within 0.1 miles of the school, they are 5% more likely to become obese. Right now, there's 18.5% of all American youth is obese. And this is unacceptable because, as I said, these children are going to be likely to grow up to become obese. And this isn't going to slow down the obesity rate if you're targeting children. So how do we fix this? Well, what I've proposed is that we need to tax unhealthy foods such as foods that are high in trans fats, saturated fats, and sugars. These are foods that lead to obesity. So if you tax these and subsidize healthy foods such as lean meats, nuts, fish, vegetables, fruits, all of that kind of stuff, then that will help low-income individuals be able to pay for healthy foods better because low-income individuals are the ones who are suffering the most. On average, it costs $1.50 more to eat healthy than it does to eat unhealthy. That's over $500 per year it costs extra to eat healthy. So low-income individuals are the ones who are suffering, and that's why you see the highest obesity numbers in the low-income low-income communities, such as the ghettos and you see in demographics, you see black populations suffering the most from obesity. So you've taxed the unhealthy foods, subsidized the healthy foods, and hopefully the low-income individuals will have it a little bit easier. And hopefully that will also incentivize middle and upper-class individuals to eat healthier as well. Now this tax will hurt the fast food industry, but it won't kill it. Fast food is still very convenient. Middle and upper-class individuals will still have a lot of incentive if they just want a quick meal to eat at fast food restaurants. So how do you pay for this tax? Well, a report by Tufts University said that a 10 to 30% flat tax on unhealthy foods will completely cover the subsidy. So if you think about it, that's not too much. If you pay $10, $20 for a fast food meal, that's $20, 30% of that is $6. If it's a 10% flat tax, then it's only $2 extra, so it's really not horrible. And so why is this necessary? Okay, so as I said, becoming obese has many negative health consequences. It can lead to heart disease, which is the number one killer. It increases the risk for cancer, stroke, diabetes, and even suicidal thoughts. So something has to be done about this. Scientists have estimated that by 2030, 50% of the American population will be obese. Now this is unacceptable. We have to do something about this, or people are just going to continue to die, and it's completely preventable. If we do nothing about this, this will continue to spiral out of control.